here's where it gets real interesting because it took me a hot dang second to parallel park in this spot, and now we're going to try our best to get out. Oh dear, yes sir. That is a right on the car. And let me know. No, you're not gonna let me go first. Some by. There we go. Oh shit. Here we go, we're gonna wing this. Oh, it says free parking right here. Okay, we're going to turn. Okay, I'm considering if I should drive up a little bit and see if I can find parking like on the side of the mountain, or if I should just take the like mile-ish hike. Okay, it's only like a 20-minute walk up the mountain. I just had sugar, so we'll make that like 16 maybe. We'll be fine. We're gonna brave it. And it just gets steeper. Okay, so I know I sound like an unathletic child, but I never claimed to be athletic, first of all. But it is starting to get dark, so I'm going to see if there's anywhere I can find to actually get set up and start. We'll see.
So first I'm going to go in with my Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick in F4 and stripe that all over my face.
Probably gonna get a lot more worried looks today than we did yesterday.
I had forgotten to wet my blender, so I'm gonna first just use my fingers to go in and blend all of that out before using that dry blender to really just buff it into the skin. Next, I'm going in with my Tarte Shape Tape to conceal under my eyes and any problem areas that I have. I had quite a few this day, especially this lovely uninvited visitor on my forehead. Then I'm going very carefully back in with that very hard beauty blender to blend everything out, prime my eyes, and then very quickly set the entire face with my Too Faced Peach Perfect powder. Hi there, sir. Can I help you? And after everything's set, I like to tap back over it with a dry beauty blender just to make sure that everything's pressed and flush against the skin. And then on top of a primed and set eyelid, I'm going to dip into the Morphe and James Charles palette and dip into Spooky, which is a matte black, and start heavily defining my crease. And then going in with a clean blending brush, I'm going to really take my time to work out those edges and blend it so far as to that fun little space where your brow bone meets your nose to really elongate my eye. Then just giving the mobile lid an even dusting of that black-gray shadow. Then taking Acapella from that same palette, which is a metallic dark blue, I'm just going to apply that all over the mobile lid over that black shadow. I'm using my finger to really make that metallic sheen vibrant before going in with a teeny tiny blending brush to just barely buff out the very edge of that blue, kind of to give it almost a horizon against the night sky effect. And then taking just a bit more of that black just to make sure those are evenly blended. Moving on to my lower lash line, I begin working on the shading first, taking Spooky on an angled brush to get it right up against my lower lash line. And then with an oh so attractive blending face, I'm using Cola, which is a dark matte blue, on that tapered blending brush to buff those edges out, making sure to angle upwards at my outer edge. Deepening it again with just a touch more of Spooky and blending it out, making sure to angle upwards to that outer corner. Now using a very dense pencil brush, I'm just taking Acapella and just running that right along the lower lash line. Now dipping into the Anastasia Riviera palette, I'm going to take Inheritance, which is a metallic primary yellow, spraying my brush and applying it almost like a cut crease, but without completely filling it in, kind of keeping it a bit messy. The idea is to be kind of reminiscent of a shooting star here. And then just taking a little bit of blue on the outer portions, just to kind of scatter those colors. Now with a tiny liner brush, I'm taking Inheritance from my inner corner along my lower lash line and kind of flicking it out into a straight line. And then from the Morphe palette, I'm taking Ring Light on my pinky finger and applying that on my inner corner. Then taking my teeny blender brush, I'm just going to kind of diffuse that. Applying a bit of my favorite CoverGirl mascara to prep for lashes. and then going ahead and applying individual Ardell clusters. My usual little lash cocktail is 3 longer ones on the outer corner, and then 3 shorter ones going into the inner. I am going to give my face just a little bit of shape and sun using my Nars Laguna bronzer on my cheeks, going up into my temples. For blush, I'm taking Coastline from the Riviera palette, which is a super bright orange, on a really fluffy highlighting brush that I like to use for blush because my face is so tiny. And this just blends and diffuses beautifully. There's no effort required, I swear. For lips, I'm going in with Anastasia's liquid lipstick in Midnight, which was my favorite black lipstick, and I am still just absolutely gutted that they have discontinued this. Because this look is very dark and sharp, I made sure to keep my Cupid's bow super defined and exaggerated. And to finish this look off, I'm highlighting with the shade Face from the Morphe palette.
It is so cold that my nose is like pouring right now. I am thinking of this thing. And I've lost the cap to my spray. Oh, yep, that's just gone. That's fine. That's not that anymore. It is quite possible that I made myself even sicker doing this. I'm freezing. I cannot feel my fingers right now, but I think it was worth it. Alrighty, back down we go. On one hand, yes, I am a baby, but on the other hand, like, please keep in mind, I'm doing all of this with an extra, like, 4 inches added. So, on the plus side, down's a lot better than up.
Alrighty guys, that is all I have for today. I hope you enjoyed coming on this little trip with me. I hope it helps with the, quarantine claustrophobia. But if you did enjoy this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and head over to my Instagram. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, lovelies.